gang, it's your buddy Platt. Today I show you how to make orange liqueur. So let's go. So gang, I've been dying to do this video for a while. You guys know I love to make homemade liqueurs. And orange liqueur is one of the more popular variety of liqueurs out there. And I just hadn't got around to it, but I thought now is the perfect time to do it. One of the things that's great about orange liqueur is it's utilized so much in cocktail making, whether it's the classic tiki style cocktails or a classic cocktail like a margarita. Orange liqueurs are really handy, and if you're a home bartender, you should always keep a bottle. And the best way to do that is to make your own bottle, which is what we're going to do here today. Real quick little background into orange liqueurs. There's actually different varieties of orange liqueurs. It's not like peppermint schnapps where there's just peppermint schnapps, you know. There's four major varieties of orange liqueurs. There's triple sec, orange curacao, Cointreau, and Grand Marnier. The first two are a little weaker ABV wise, also a little lower end products. The last two are a little higher ABV, also a little higher end products. You could consume those neat if you wanted to. Real quick, triple sec is probably the cheapest and most basic one. It is a generally clear orange liqueur. Probably not using real oranges in the process. They're probably using some kind of orange clear extract made in a flavor lab. A little bit of neutral grain spirit, a little bit of a sugar solution. Bamo, you've got triple sec. Generally runs from about 15 to 40 proof, so not real strong, but again makes a nice complementary spirit in cocktails, so you know, get a little bit of that orange flavor into whatever cocktail you're making. Next we have orange curacao, and along with its brother spirit, blue curacao. They both are going to have a similar flavor profile to triple sec, just a sweet orange liqueur, but both of them, because of the color, add, especially the blue curacao, add, you know, a color aspect to your drink. If you're making blue Hawaiians, stuff like that, obviously blue curacao is a must. But again, ABV wise, we're still looking at that roughly 20 to 40, 45-ish range for orange curacao. There are in traditional recipes some tweaks compared to triple sec, slight more complexity, but fairly similar spirits except for the colors. Next we have Cointreau. Cointreau is basically high-end triple sec, but it's also higher proof, comes in at 80 proof, so it's going to be a little drier. The sweetness won't hit you quite as much as triple sec. Some people actually do enjoy a Cointreau neat. You won't see that as much as the last one, which is Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier is different than the other three orange liqueurs in that instead of a kind of a neutral base spirit or a vodka, they use cognac. So cognac's going to bring a whole different flavor profile to that finished product. Also, too, they add some other things, I believe some vanilla and some other flavoring. So Grand Marnier, out of all of these, is going to be the most complex. Also, too, probably the one most people would prefer to drink neat out of all of them. So that's just kind of a orange liqueur 101. Real quick, let's run through what we need to make our orange liqueur. First, just a base neutral grain spirit, just a simple vodka, no flavors, don't go high dollar, just a good clean vodka. Next, you want a couple of medium to large size kind of generic navel oranges you'll find at your local grocery store. No need to go with the blood orange or anything that fancy, unless you want to, but really no need for our purposes. I'm going to tweak this recipe a little bit. I'm going to, toward the end, throw in some cloves just to add some more complexity to the flavor. Something I think they do with the Curacao style liqueurs traditionally, so we're going to tweak the flavor a little bit. You'll need some table sugar. We're going to make basically a simple solution like I normally do to add this, a little sugar, a little water. And finally, you want a peeler, because we're going to go after the orange peels. We're not going to use the whole orange. So with that being said, let's make some orange liqueur. Alright gang, so the first thing we're going to do is peel 2 oranges to make our orange liqueur. I've already started a little bit. I've got a little infusion jar. We're going to peel these 2 oranges and soak them in our vodka for a couple of weeks. One of the things when peeling oranges, and the reason I kind of did it ahead of time, is I kind of want to show you these peels. You don't want a lot of white or, you know, getting into that what's called pith in there. That brings out bitterness. We want to avoid that. We just want to get the oils and that flavor that's in the peel. So be careful digging in too deep when you're peeling the orange. But we're going to use 2 whole oranges. We're going to leave it with 2 cups of vodka in our jar for roughly 2 weeks. Now we're going to do 14 days of kind of maceration to pull that orange out. But we're going to come back at day 13 to add our cloves. So let me get finished peeling these oranges, and we'll come back on day 13 to add our cloves. All right, gang, it's been 13 days. We've come back to add our cloves. I'm using whole clove. I found that you get much better flavor out of whole clove instead of ground. We're going to add 4 whole clove into our orange liqueur. I'm using clove because it kind of has a bitterness and a stringency to it that'll kind of balance out the sweetness we have in there. If you're into spices, you know, they're similar to like cinnamon and allspice. I've used clove before in my apple pie moonshines and my spice rums. Just will add a nice little layer of complexity to our orange liqueur. One thing to watch out for, it's pretty potent, so we're just doing this and we're going to leave this overnight and come back tomorrow to filter out and finish up our orange liqueur. Alright gang, so it's been 2 weeks and we're getting ready to finish up our orange liqueur. Before I filter the liqueur though, I'm going to create our sugar solution. This is just real simple. 1 cup of water to 1 cup of sugar. I've got the cup of water heating up and just going to add my 1 cup of sugar. You want to make sure to get all this sugar stirred in nice and evenly. We don't want it to be too grainy or gritty. After I get all the sugar sit in, and we'll let this cool, and while we let this cool, we'll come back and filter our orange liqueur. Alright gang, I'm letting my sugar solution cool, and we're just going to filter the orange liqueur real quick. Just a simple sieve like this. We don't have too many fine particles in there or anything like that. We're not trying to make necessarily 100% clear spirit, so just filter that out real quick. Oh, I can smell all that orange. Oh, that smells nice. All right, go ahead and clean this up and we'll come back to wrap up and taste our orange liqueur. All right, gang, so we got everything wrapped up. We've ended up with about a 750 milliliter of our orange liqueur. Real simple recipe: a couple oranges, 4 whole cloves, a cup of water, a cup of sugar, and 2 cups of vodka, your vodka of choice. Enough of that, let's give her a try. Just to let you know out there, I project this out to around 60 proof is about what it come out. So it's a little stronger than your typical store-bought triple sec orange liqueur, but nothing out of control. It kind of sits somewhere in between that and then the Grand Marniers and Cointreaux. All right, nice little just orange sweetness coming out. Let's give her a try. That's pretty nice and pleasant. I do get the alcohol after the initial sweetness. This is not something I'd necessarily drink alone. I guess if you did chilled shots of it, sure, whatever. But very nice flavor to complement a lot of cocktails. Again, margarita is a perfect example of that. But there's all kinds of other, you know, classic cocktails out there like cable car, sidecar, stuff like that that use orange liqueur. So it's a great little cocktail. You know, added, you know, something to use to enhance your cocktails. Turned out pretty nice. Real simple recipe. I'm not sure if it's the clove I'm getting, but there is something more in the flavor profile. I really can't spit it out. There is something a little more in there. It is pretty sweet, pretty orangey, but overall turned out real nice. Again, simple recipe. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. Also, please like the video because it lets YouTube know we're putting out good content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or ideas for videos, please leave them in the comment section. or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. Till next time, bottoms up.